Mickey from Neo 39. We're at the final episode of the Super Friends Episode 5, Video 5, Guest 5, but we got a special feature for you this time. Instead of doing our usual one-on-one, we're gonna look at a power couple. The first time we brought a sneakerhead couple together. Aside from that, we're giving you the perspective of a woman, which we have yet to do, and I don't think enough sneakerheads do, so we're gonna give you that. With no further ado, I'm gonna introduce my friends Johnny and Amber. How's it going? Anytime, thanks for coming. Now, just to let you all know, I've been seeing Johnny and Amber in lineups going back to 08, if you guys remember the season 11, 12. That was around the same time I met Carl, Captain Barlos, you guys saw out of episode 1. So this is kind of fitting that we all came together for this because we've been through some lineups together over the years, and now we have an opportunity to like, that's how it is. That's how
sweating that day until 10 o'clock.
That was rough because there was like some drama happening where this guy tried to cut in right at the last minute of that CDP 11-12 and almost like just caused some drama.
It was a make or break.
It was a make or break. Just to let y'all know, I think I talked about it in a video once, but this guy rolled out of the club at like 6 o'clock in the morning, tried to go straight to the front of the line, and nevertheless it didn't work out for him. It worked out for us. So.
I was the last one to get the pair, got my size. He was trying to take my size.
There you go.
I had to call him on it, right?
That's how it has to be. That's how it has to be. But let's get started now with the video. We're going to start with Amber. She's going to show us what's her favorite out of the collection that she's got, or what means the most to her. So Amber, let's see what you got.
Alright, so today I actually brought the Air Jordan 12s. This shoe actually got me into the game. Take a look. It has the black paper.
Whoa. Now, when I see that black paper, I'm thinking right now, this has got to be the OG 12.
Yes, this is the OG. It came out in 1997.
I gotta say, I don't know anyone other than myself who has an OG
They've
12.
only actually been worn a couple times. They're actually a half size too big. But the story behind these is, I remember back like, I had to be like 3rd or 4th grade, and my brother was in middle school. We were actually playing travel ball, and he didn't have a shoe to wear that weekend, so my parents actually took him to an old sports store. It's called Copeland's in Reno, Nevada.
Okay.
And they picked these up for him, and he only wore them that weekend. And I remember, like, I just fell in love with these shoes, and then, I should take them both out. And then, ever since then, like, since I loved the shoes, I would go into his room, because he just kept them in his closet in the box. And I'd go in there and try them on here and there every year, you know, see if they fit me yet. And since they're still too big, I only wear them a couple times. And so, actually, when I went to middle school, I rescued the shoe and had it ever since. So, this got me started into the whole game.
Well, that's
collecting ever since.
That's a good shoe to start with, because actually, like, I've been buying sneakers since the 80s, but it was with the 12. For me, it was a Taxi. That's the one that I actually began collecting with. When the 11 came, and I missed out on the 11, I said, whatever the next Jordan is going to be, I'm going to start buying every Jordan that comes out. And, you know, just didn't get rid of them at that point. We kind of kept them and stuff like that. And so sooner or later, a monster kind of unfolded. But it's all good, you know. It's only person crying is my bank account. But, you know.
That guy got kicked out of his mind, of course.
There you go. Exactly. That's the truth. That's the truth. So, okay. Now, what do we got going on next?
This is my pickup. My favorite shoes. This is a Team Jordan. Still don't know the full name on it. I don't know. Maybe you can help me out on that a little bit.
I gotta say, I know this shoe. I'm exposing myself. I know this shoe. Not the way you think. Anyhow, I know this shoe, but I don't know the name. I tried to find out, whatever. I remember it from the time. I just can't remember the name of it for the life of me. I know it came out like 97.
97, around that.
Around that time. But tell me what this shoe meant to you.
My story on this shoe is like, I grew up watching Jordan, of course, you know, the era of watching Jordan, his greatness. And he created a team line, you know, like everybody, because he had his signature shoes.
Right.
He also created like a team line.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, and they had these pairs. The guys running with him wore team shoes, basically, you know.
Right.
And I always figured, like, you know, the dream of playing in the NBA growing up, you know, being a pro athlete or something.
Oh, I hear you. I was there too.
So, yeah, the dream of growing up being that I didn't want to be Jordan, I always wanted to play with Jordan.
Right.
So I seen the guys wearing these shoes that were playing with him, you know, winning championships, things like that. That's why. And then when I was, I didn't cop these OG. Well, I mean, they aren't OG, but I didn't cop them straight from the store because I was in Tampa.
I hear you.
You know, so when I had a chance to pick them up, I had to swoop on them. It was like, that's them. That's my favorite.
Most definitely, you can't go wrong with this. This is like a classic, and definitely is not given the recognition it deserves. That being said, me too, because I can't even remember the name.
Right.
Yeah.
But I know it from its era, and it's definitely one of those pieces that you know you can't forget about. And that initial like Team Jordan, like the athletes involved, you couldn't even forget about. I mean, I remember Vin Baker, there was Ray Allen, there was that cat from Milwaukee. Maybe it wasn't Vin Baker. I think he was in Seattle back then.
Yeah. Even Pippen before he got his signature shoes, you know?
Right.
Like he wore the team stuff. Coach Warren, just nice on the team.
That's how it was. They were just supporting Mike, and Mike definitely came with the heat. I remember actually at that time, too, Slam Magazine, they did a whole feature on the Jordan brand, like becoming the brand of itself and separating from Nike. And they were showing all the new shoes that were coming out and of that line. And it was just like, it was a big deal at the time because everybody knew Jordan as just being a signature shoe coming out of the Nike line. And now it was like a subsidiary of its own, with its own apparel, its own shoe line. And that was a big thing. And at the time I thought, I hope this thing lasts. I don't know how long it'll last, but I mean, here we are. That was 97, it's 2012, 15 years later, still going strong. Jordans are still strong.
Way strong, too strong. And actually, these were made when he was still Nike, before it was even J Brand, maybe, you know?
There you go.
So it's funny how much the Jordans lasted everywhere.
Yeah.
Almost like that's the first drop of the Jordan sign type of thing.
That's a sign of things to come.
Exactly.
Now I'm noticing you got another box under here. I'm
You
kind of
have
curious
another box.
what this may be.
Oh, this is something, I don't know if you've done a review on it yet. If not, cool.
Surprise me,
So,
man.
Jump card, you might know what that is. Or
I'm liking that card.
we have
Oh!
here low top twos.
We have never done a review on a low top 2, ever.
Drop them, right?
We've never done a review on a 2. I actually almost wore my 2s today.
Nice.
But I'm glad I didn't. Actually, it would have been kind of cool and ironic.
Very.
But this is bad. So tell me a little bit about these low top 2s.
Well, of course, it's summertime.
Right.
Blue, like a blue, not your traditional red and black.
Right.
So I think they're just super crispy. You could wear them with a white tee, just some straight jean shorts, you know.
Yeah.
Nice little snap or fitted, whatever you're rocking. Clean laces on them. That old school Jumpman logo or Jordan logo. A little cracking on the side, but they are how many years old?
That's what I'm saying. Nothing to be mad about. That just shows that, you know, you're using the
Three on
shoes.
the inside.
Yeah, a little 2-3 in here.
Wow.
Whatever. What you call it?
Yeah, I don't know what that always was, but it was cool.
Yeah, almost
Almost
like
like a snake
shutters, like
something.
windows or something.
Yeah, they got this reptilian print on it, and that was definitely, you know, they were going bougie when they were doing the Italian sign and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But it's cool because if you look at it now, like who would have known? Back then, that was the thing, but when you look at it now, the whole animal print and everything is just what everybody is going for. So they definitely came strong, and it shows they were ahead of their time.
Right.
You know, the funny thing is with the 2, with me, we're going way back, but like 1990 or 91, something like that, I had these Reebok pumps. They got stolen at a swimming pool out of the locker. Anyhow, my older cousin had some Jordan 2s, the high tops, from like 87, right? And my aunts like just borrowed them because I was visiting my grandparents and stuff, so I didn't have any other shoes. Anyhow, I saw this Wings logo. I'm like, these aren't Jordans. The only Jordan I knew at that time was the Jumpman. I was thinking these are some counterfeit, whatever, and stuff. Little did I know, a few years later, when I actually found out what the 2 was, I realized I was a chump back then.
Yeah.
You know? But I thought I knew. Anyhow, rest in peace to my grandma who hooked me up with the Reebok blacktop pumps because those ones got stolen. But in any event, this is definitely an ill collection the three of you brought together. And I got one quick question before we head out. So obviously you were a sneakerhead at a young age, and you were a sneakerhead at a young age. So when you guys came together and met, was it just instantly, I know about sneakers, or did you meet at a sneaker lineup, or?
Kind of like we knew about the sneakers, and then like I think the first shoe we went and got together was remember when the ones came out, the old and new low?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was like the first.
That was the first one we went out together. Like,
Nice.
it's one of those things you see it from afar, like look at the shoes, but you don't want to be like eyeing too hard, and like vice versa. I think
Enough said.
the chick in the game, and then just started running from there. Literally.
Well, that's the best way. That's good. That's a great story, like in and of itself. So we gave you some sneaker stories, and we gave you some stories on love. So might have to put an R&B track on the end of this one.
Right.
Anyhow, as you all know, this is the last episode of the Super Friends. Want to thank you guys for your support this whole week. Special thanks out to Carl, Ryan, Greg, Rigo, and Johnny and Amber. Love to hear your comments from everyone. If you guys can let us know which of the guests you guys preferred as far as their shoes and their stories, we'd love to hear and engage this dialogue. Anyhow, this is Mickey from Neo39, Super Friends. We're out. Keep on the lookout for the next concept that'll come out. Thanks so much.
Oh man, thank you.
Thanks so much.